Hey guys, Jordan here, and today I'm going to be talking about relevance, both when closing clients and when getting them results, and why it's so vitally important. Now, this is a massive issue that I see within so many different agency owners who are just starting out or even trying to scale their businesses. People struggle to stay relevant and understand the importance of being relevant, both in getting results, as I said, and in your sales strategy. Now, I'm also going to be announcing the winner of last week's competition. If you missed out, I'm sorry, you've actually lost your chance to enter that now. I offered a scholarship into the social media marketing school because we hit 40,000 subscribers, which is incredible. So at the end of this video, I'm going to be announcing the winner of that scholarship or giving away a free refund to somebody who joined. So, relevance. Why do we need to talk about this? So, a couple of weeks ago, somebody posted in my course group and they just signed up a new high ticket client. It was a mortgage broker. And they posted in the group and they were like, oh, guys, so I'm looking at Jordan's ad strategy and he talks a lot about engagement adverts, and I'm trying to think about what engagement advert I can run for this mortgage broker. Maybe I can go in there and I can record them working for the day and I can run that as an engagement advert. And I went back and I gave him a proper strategy and we went through everything, and I said, well, you don't need to run engagement adverts for this client. And he was like, well, that's what you talk about that in the 15-minute agency group, and you talk about it in the social media marketing school with some of your ad strategies. Like, I see that you do engagement adverts and traffic adverts, and I need to follow those same principles for every client, don't I? Like, no, you only need to follow the principles which are relevant to the specific client. And this is very, very important, okay? You're not going to be running engagement social proof adverts for a mortgage broker or a civil engineering company or certain types of e-commerce brand or loads of different clients. You have to provide relevant solutions for these businesses or you're not going to be able to get them results. So there's a big problem with the online education space. There's a big problem with YouTube and even things like the 15-minute agency book, okay? When we're learning a new skill, we quite often read something or we learn something and we adopt that new lesson as gospel. And we think, right, this is the one size fits all for absolutely everything. But the thing you need to learn about marketing and learn about sales and any kind of industry really is that everything you do needs to be relevant to the specific situation that you are in. So whilst in the 15-minute agency book, I talk about traffic ads and engagement adverts and a certain blueprint ad strategy for brick and mortar businesses, restaurants, gyms, dentists, for example. Those same strategies aren't going to work for every single client that you come across. So you need to make sure that you're coming up with a hyper-relevant offer for that business owner. So, using an example, if you're going in a meeting with a e-commerce store, okay, you can talk about engagement adverts and traffic adverts when you're in the presentation stage. You can talk about those things and educate the business owner. But if you're really smart, what you would do is you would talk to that e-commerce owner about dynamic product ads. And you would talk to them about the fact that everybody who visits their page, all them thousands of people that visit their websites every single month, those people are looking at products. And when they go over to Facebook, there's nothing retargeting them people because life happens and they could forget about it and their kids could come home from work or their dog's just pooed in the lounge. Okay, something distracts them and they stop looking at that product. But with a dynamic product advert, when somebody visits their website, when they get traffic, when they go over to Facebook later on, when they go over to Instagram that evening for a browse down their feed, that same product is going to come up and say, hey, you forgot about me, come buy me. The same way that you go on ASOS, and this is the same way I'd explain it to a client, the same way that you go on ASOS, you look at a nice pair of jeans, you forget about them, you go back on Facebook and that's that pair of jeans staring at you. You go back and you purchase it. That would be something hyper relevant to an e-commerce store, and that's something that's going to prick their ears up. If you're talking to them about engagement adverts, about the restaurant and cooking things, and this is what you could do for these clients, it's not relevant to that specific client and it's not going to excite them and it's not going to wow them and it's not going to be providing massive value to them. So whilst you'll still be teaching them, it isn't relevant to them. And the most important thing about any meeting strategy is that you wow the client with something that is relevant to them. So make sure that even when you read the 15-minute agency, you go through the social media marketing school, you go through the meeting strategy, make sure that you adopt those principles, but you make sure that they are relevant to the situation. You cannot force these things upon a business which has no relevance. You get £5 for every time I say relevance in this video, by the way, guys. Give you another example. The mortgage broker that I was talking about earlier. If you're going in a meeting, you want to sign a mortgage broker, don't talk about engagement adverts. They're not going to give a toss about engagement adverts. Talk about lead generation, okay? We are going to get you targeted leads every single month, and this is a lead generation ad. You break it down for them. You show them the targeting. You show them the ad predictions. Look, this is £5 spend, and Facebook is predicting that we're going to get 3 to 5 leads per day, whatever the actual Facebook targeting page says. Talk them through how this works. So we're going to integrate this lead page with your CRM system. You're going to get these leads direct to your dashboard, and you're going to be able to call these up and close them on the phone. How does that sound, Mr. Johnson? Yes, amazing. This is the solution that I am after. This is the relevant solution for me, okay? So what I'm trying to say is, and I had the same problem when I first started, make sure that you don't think there is a one-size-fits-all with marketing. Make sure that you don't think there is one-size-fits-all with sales. Make sure that you listen to the principles behind the strategies that you are learning about, and you make them relevant to the specific client that you are trying to cater for. Okay, and again, this is just as vitally important when it comes to actually getting results for a client. You cannot use ad strategies for the same ad strategies for a restaurant as you can for an e-commerce store. There are the same principles that you can carry across. There are the same ad copy techniques that you can use, but you're not going to use dynamic product ads on a restaurant, and vice versa. You're not going to use engagement adverts as much on an e-commerce client because you don't need as much social proof because you're going straight in for the sale. Now, my best advice, going off on a tangent, if you're going in for a meeting with an industry that you haven't worked with before, you don't know anybody in that industry, or you've just signed up a client and you don't know how to get them results, look at what already has been done. Look at their competitors, and not just their direct competitors, but this can be worldwide, okay? There are going to be, if you're working with a mortgage broker, there's going to be a ton of mortgage brokers around the world who are running adverts. Look at some of the best guys, look at what's working for them, and replicate those strategies, okay? We did that very recently with one of our clients. It's a very, very niche client, and they literally have 3 competitors all over the world, and only one of them is running adverts. So we looked into what that competitor is doing. We learned about their marketing strategy. We done research, we wrote it all down. We looked at the fundamentals, how their funnel was working, how they're getting people on the front end and converting them into customers, and we used our own strategy. We used it as the framework for our client and made it relevant to them. And that's the fundamental of marketing. That's called market research, and you should do that for absolutely all of your clients when you start working with them, especially if it's a niche that you don't really have any experience with. So don't just think that there's a one-size-fits-all blanket and you can use that across every single industry in the world, because it's just not going to work. So just recapping on this video, absolutely make sure that every single client you go in for a meeting with, you make sure that your meeting strategy is adapted to that client. It is relevant to that client, and you're going to show them something which is going to prick their ears up, wow them, and make them think, yes, this is the exact company that I need to work with because they have a hyper-targeted offer for me. Again, you want a hyper-targeted offer which is bespoke for the specific client you are having a meeting with. That's the only way you are going to be able to sell it to them, and that's the only way you are going to be able to get results for them. So that's the end of that video, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Please do let me know your comments down below. What are the unorthodox niches you've worked with, and what strategies did you use to get them results? I'm really interested to hear that, so comment down below. What we're going to do now, I'm just going to jump on the Mac quickly and show you this is authentic as hell. I'm going to do the announcement for the competition live using not live, but using a random comment name picker. So yeah, let's jump onto the Mac, and I'm going to announce that winner right now. So we've got last week's video here, taking this URL from the top, pasting it in a YouTube random comment picker. We're going to see how many people actually entered. 216 people. Well, a lot of people missed out. Hit start, and it's going to pick us our winner for this competition. So let's see who we've got. Amazing. Angie, and I can't pronounce your name, I'm so sorry. I'm going to call you Agni. We will go with that. Congratulations, you've just got a scholarship into the social media marketing school. That's amazing. This is hopefully going to change your life. This is a free entry into the social media marketing school, mentorship with me. I cannot wait for you to get this. Yeah, I'm going to comment on your comment right now, and you have 48 hours to redeem this scholarship, and if not, I'm going to have to give it to somebody else and do this random comment picker again. So congratulations, and that's the end of this video, guys. So I'm going to be back next week with another video, and yeah, I'll see you then. Cheers.